Hi guys, welcome to Stirring Up Our Gifts. I am Chantel. Can you believe it is almost already the end of the year? Oh, this year flew by, but I am so excited about the new year. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not like a real what do you call it, resolution-y type of girl. I tried it before, but y'all know how it be. You start off strong and then it's like, I remember reading something and it said, I think it's something like 50% of like resolutioners kind of like fail before the end of January. And then, once you fail or once you kind of like lose that momentum, you're like, oh, forget it. So, I'm not really a resolution-y girl, but I do like having like a goal and focus for the year. And so I just wanted to share with you what I typically do for the new year. And I don't know, I really love it. It just really helps me to have a productive year. And so I started this a few years ago. And I found it in the Bible app. And it's one of the plans. It's a 4-day plan, and it's called One Word. What is it? One word that will change your life. And you guys, ever since I've been doing this, I just love it. I love it. I love it. And so I really suggest, if you have the Bible app, that you do the plan. Again, it's called One Word That Will Change Your Life. It's only 4 days, so it's really easy to get through. But I just want to share some of the key things from it, just in case, you don't get around to doing it before the new year. So the idea of the one word that will change your life, it's the idea that, instead of making resolutions and all of those type of things, to just focus on one word to kind of drive you for that year. And it's not a statement, not even a phrase, just one word. And of course, the key is allowing God to reveal that word to you. And so in the plan, in those 4 days, it kind of walks you through the process of allowing God, or really kind of like taking time and seeking God for that word. And it's basically about 3 points. And one of the first things that it says is first you have to prepare your heart. So it encourages you to just kind of get away, unplug. Find a time, whether it's a day, whether it's just a few hours, but just really find time to get away, to just really get quiet and prepare your heart. And they call it look in, because it's like allowing God to just look in you, to search your heart, just to kind of see what needs to kind of just be like, I need to kind of just get rid of this. Just really kind of like some self-reflection time, just that real quiet time of talking to the Lord. Allow him to look in you and search your heart and just see what it is that you probably need to purge yourself of. And so that's kind of the first step, just really preparing your heart. And then the second point is to go to God in prayer, to talk to God. And they call that looking up. You're looking up to God, and you're having that time of prayer, and you're specifically asking him, having a conversation and asking him, God, what would you do in me and through me this year? What do you want to accomplish in me? What do you want to do through me in this year? And then listening for him to answer you and to reveal that one word. And it's so amazing, because when God gives you that one word, it's a word that you're able to apply like in all aspects of your life. It will impact you in your spiritual life, in your mental, in your physical, and your financial life. It'll really just click. When the Lord gives it to you, you'll just see how it applies in all areas of your life. So once you prepare your heart, you look in, and then you go to God in prayer and ask him, what would you do in me and through me this year? Look up. And then the third point, I believe they call it look out, but that's basically living out that word, living it out for the year. And that means you're going to keep that word in the forefront of your mind. What I typically do, or what we typically do, because we do it as a family, and that's another thing it talks about in the plan. It talks about accountability. So whether you share your word with an accountability partner, your friend, your family, just so you know, hey, my word for this year is bam. So they can kind of hold you accountable to that. So we all do it as a family. We all, we all share our word with each other, so we kind of know what our word is for the year. And it makes it easier too to keep it kind of in the forefront of your mind when you are doing it with someone else. But then also journal. We journal, and like for me, this is my word journal. So every year and now this is what I do, and we all kind of do this. Once the Lord gives us our word, we put, for example, my word this year for 2018 was do. And so what we typically do is we define the word, whatever the word is. We take the word, we put it in our journal, we write the definition for the word. And then also we kind of allow the Lord to kind of give us goals that kind of go with that word. And we'll just kind of write those goals down along with the definition. And then every month, well, for me, I do every month where I try to journal. I think my daughter, I think Shy, maybe theirs, you can do it every day, every week. I think Shy does hers more often. I do mine's monthly, but it's just journaling. Like at the end of January, I'll say, what did I do regarding my word for this month? And like I said, my word for 2018 that the Lord gave me was do. He was like, I need you to be a doer. And as soon as he gave me that word, it just clicked. Every aspect of my life, I saw where I needed to be a doer, spiritually, mentally, physically, in my finances, just in every area. And even especially spiritually, being obedient to the Lord. And the whole reason why I even started this channel was January. And the Lord said, listen, he told me, listen, if your spiritual gift, your main spiritual gift is to be an exhorter, to be an encourager, to come alongside people, I need you to start doing more to use that gift. And I heard the Lord so clearly that day when he said, I want you to start a YouTube channel. I want you to, use it to encourage people. And that was so out of my element. Like I had no desire to do that. I don't really like being before people. Like I'm a background person, I write. I'm like, let me write this and then let me sit back here and just kind of direct things. But I had no desire to do this, but the Lord said, do it. And I remember that was my word. And so I got up that day. If y'all go back and look at that first video that I put out, I was so scared, but that was this year for me, doing things afraid, doing things even if I'm scared, doing things even if I am, especially if the Lord told me to, just really taking my word. It just, I don't know, it's just having that word. I don't know, it just like, it just does something. It kind of like energizes you. And that was how it's been this year. In so many other areas, the Lord was like, do this, do that. It would be things that were so uncomfortable, but allowing that word to just really drive me this year helped me to overcome some of those things. I shared even with, for my birthday this year, the 40 for 40, that list, I made a list of 40 things that I wanted to do. It was just 40 things that I have been wanting to do for years. Some of them were like big things that took planning, but some of them were like the smallest things. I'm just thinking, why have I never done this? I had just been wanting to do them. And I made that list, and I still have some things that I haven't done, but hey, the year is not over yet. But it's like, I don't know. It was just something about having that word that was just really energizing me to actually do it. I'm like, this is my word for the year. I'm going to be a doer. And I just did so much in so many areas of my life. And like I was saying, for me, I typically each month, I'll come in and write some things that I did that month. But some people like to journal every day. So each day you could journal, what did I do today regarding, my word, or what did I do this week? And maybe if you're not a everyday journaler or even a every month journaler, maybe quarterly. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's just every 3 months or so, you go to your book, you write down what you've done. For me, it's easier when I do it by the month because I don't want to forget the things that maybe I have done. And another thing that really helps as far as like keeping that word in the forefront of your mind, really keeping it before you, is to, well, I'm a sticky note person. So is to write that note, not that note, to write that word on like a sticky note and put it wherever. Like I have mine all over the house, all over my bedroom, where I'm constantly seeing it. My husband is not so much a sticky note person, so he likes to put his on. You know how on your phone you can set like on the lock screen. On some phones you can make like like a message, a personalized type of message. So he puts his word on his lock screen. So bam, every time he see it, he's seeing it every day. Whatever it takes for you to keep that word in the forefront of your mind to drive you through the year, because that's key. Once the Lord gives you that word, you don't want to let it go, because then it's just like, when you make the resolutions, you have to really do whatever it takes to remember, okay, this is my word. This is my word for this year, and to really allow it to drive you throughout the year. Also, what I like to do is when I'm journaling and or actually in the beginning, once I put the definition and put the word, the Lord always kind of leads me to a scripture that also kind of correlates with that word. Whatever it is, it's just always something in the word that can kind of, you can use to kind of support that. And so that will kind of also be like my scripture for the year. But that's how you kind of keep it before you, having kind of like accountability people, journaling it, even still setting goals that correlate with that word, and then as often as you see fit, journal it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something in it. And even this year, I think it's been about 4 years or so since we started doing it. And the other good thing is like you get to build upon your words. So it's like even this year, it's not like I'm going to take that do and then just throw it away. I'm still going to keep that. Like, okay, so now I'm a doer. So whatever the Lord reveals to me to be my word for next year, it's like you build upon it. The year before that, my word was persevere. And the Lord gave that to me. And little did I know, the year before that was like a trying year. It was like, ooh, when I tell you persevere was the word that I needed. It was so much in my physical, and my health and my spiritual and my finances. It was like persevere. And so, each year you kind of build upon the word. And I don't know, for me, I've just have gotten like productive years out of having a word, more so than I ever did. Whenever I have tried to do the whole resolution thing, it just didn't work. But this one word that will change your life, that is really what it has done. It really kind of changed my life, because I just found that I have more fruitful years. If you've never tried it, I really want to encourage you to go in and do the plan, and try it this year. Really get quiet, allow the Lord to search you, allow the Lord to reveal that word to you, and then live it out for the year. I'm telling you, it's good and it's fun. Like, it's just really fun. And so that's my encouragement for you today as we are coming upon this new year. I know it's sometimes it's like, okay, what am I gonna do this year? What are my goals for this year? And I just want to encourage you, maybe try that one word that will change your life. Make sure you have like a journal, something that you can kind of keep track of it throughout the year, and give it a go. I think that it will really bless you. I really do. And I don't think I'm going to be on again before the new year. So Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, and I will see you all, or I guess you will see me. You will see me. I may not see you, but you will see me, and in the new year in 2020. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and in the meantime, make sure you are stirring up and pouring out those gifts.